All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about actually recording your content. So this is really going to be an extension of creating your content, which was the last video in the lesson. So when you're getting ready to record, remember everything that we just discussed in the previous video. You're going to want to have good lighting, and also you're going to want to make sure that you're in a place where your audio is going to come through nice and clear. So again, whether you're recording on your phone, you're going to be doing this on a desktop, you're going to be using the Zoom app and whatever. And don't be afraid to get resourceful. I don't need to walk you through, this is how you press play, this is how you press stop, this is how you press save. I don't need to explain all that to you, because there is part of this. If you're going to get out there and you're going to build a YouTube channel and you're going to go recording content, you do need to be a little resourceful with some of these things. And I don't need to walk you through exactly how to use the Zoom app, because here on YouTube, there are trainings that walk you through that exact process. But the point is, it's now time to hit record and go. So the most important thing that you need to remember is, again, just like what we talked about in the last video, you need to be talking one-on-one directly to a person, just like I'm talking one-on-one to you right now. It's also really important to know where your camera is. So as an example, if I'm on my MacBook, which I'm on right now as this recording is rolling, I know that my camera is literally right here. I know to look at you. If you're going to be on your phone and you're literally getting this, I see a lot of people make this mistake. Okay. A lot of people will use their phone to record and they're looking at the center of the screen when the camera that you're actually looking at is off over to the side here. And it looks like it was, if I started talking to you like this and we started having a conversation, you would be like, what is this guy doing? What is he looking at? So you want to make sure you know where the camera is, just like when you're on your phone, you know where the camera is. So you're speaking directly to that one person. So remember the bullet points that we discussed, remember the keywords, and all you want to do is, now here's some important tips. When you're going to be injecting those keywords, those phrases into your video, it's really important to, number one, introduce yourself. And then also right off the bat, maybe let people know what the video is about. And what I like to do is I also like to bring those keywords, those phrases, I like to use them in the first 10 seconds of the video. And then I also like to use them in the last 10 seconds of the video. Now, this is something that I've heard over time does help with the YouTube algorithm. It does help with ranking when you have, because trust me, YouTube, it's not just about the keywords. It's not just about the thumbnail. It's not just about the title of the video. It's also what is actually spoken inside of the video. Okay, it's what's spoken inside of the video also helps with rankings. It also helps with the algorithm. So it's important to use the keywords in the first 10 seconds of the video. So as an example, if I was going to shoot a video about affiliate marketing, or I was going to do an affiliate marketing review, and those 3 words were the keywords that I was ranking for, I would say something like this in the first 10 seconds. Hey, my friend Daniel here. In this video, we're going to talk about this affiliate marketing review on such and such. And I'm so excited about such and such because it's helped me do blah, blah, blah over the last blah. So what did I do? I said, hi, talking directly to you. I said, hi, I introduced myself, and I used the keywords in the first 10 seconds. So that's where that keyword research comes into play. That's where just doing your own little research ahead of time, so you know what you're going to talk about. So in the first 10 seconds, you want to introduce yourself. You want to let people know what the video is about, what they're going to be watching. Instead of just kind of trailing on aimlessly in the very beginning, you're going to want to make sure that you have that specific phrase, those keywords ready to go. And then you're just going to get into the content and you're going to be yourself. Okay. So you're going to get in there, you're going to be yourself. Now, as far as time goes, that really depends on you, and it depends on the time of, it's going to take to talk about the content that you have. So if you have 10 bullet points and 10 specific things that you want to hit and you want to get to throughout that video might be a little bit longer. But there's no specific set amount of time that you need to really focus on. Ultimately, you just want to get out there, you want to press record, and you just want to go, because that's the best way that you're going to learn, is going and doing. So press that record button and just go and just do. Now, here's another tip. As you press record and as you start recording, what you're going to want to focus on is obviously just hitting those nuggets, just talking about that, being real, being authentic, and Also realize that if you're going to use an editing software, and we're going to talk about that in one of the next lessons, if you're going to use an editing software and you mess up, all you need to do is just pause, take a breath, and then just keep going. You don't have to stop. You don't have to start over. Because if you feel like you got the first 10 seconds good, and maybe you got the first minute good, maybe you forgot the first couple minutes good, great. If you flub up, if you screw up the words, if you lose your train of thought, whatever it is, all you got to do is pause, take a breath, and then keep going. And then during the editing phase, we'll be able to chop out some of the stuff that you don't want to use. Trust me, I have plenty of videos where I flubbed up. The video might be 5 minutes long, but there was about 8 or 9 or maybe 10 minutes of recorded time because I screwed up or I kept screwing up. I had to go back and I had to chop it out. Now, if you're not going to use an editing software, again, if you're brand new and this is your very first time doing this and you're just going to use your phone, you're not going to use any editing software, there are editing tools. So as an example, if I'm using an iPhone, there are editing tools that are free that you can use right in iMovie on your iPhone. There are editing tools that you can use in the video editing part of your camera app. If you're using an Android phone, there are free editing tools that you can use that you don't need to pay for. So if you don't feel confident and comfortable using those yet, work your way up to those, because once you do learn just some very basic video editing, it's also, and I want you to think about this too, while you're recording, it's going to make mentally, it's going to be easier for you because you're not going to need to worry about getting things perfect every single time. You're going to just need to press record and go, and then you're going to talk through it. If you flub up, you pause, you take a breath, you keep going, and then when you edit it, you can just chop out all the stuff that you don't want to use. So that's why it's really important to, once you press record, to just go and do your very best. Be authentic. Remember the keyword phrases. Remember to speak directly to one person. And then if you're going to use an editing software, worry about the editing stuff afterwards. Worry about chopping it up afterwards. Don't worry about that while you're recording. Now, again, if you're not going to use an editing software, that's totally okay. And this is where you can really be authentic and you can really just say, let people know that you're going through a journey. Let people know that you are real and authentic. And if you are, as an example, recording with your phone and you do flub up the words, pause for a quicker second and just be like, hey, you know what? I'm new. You guys are here checking out one of my first videos. I'm still super excited, but let's get back into it and just be real. Because trust me, the same place that you are at with your realness, with your authenticity, with your, believe it or not, as you get out there and make videos, you have what's called authority positioning. It means that other people are going to see you making videos and they're going to look up to you and say, man, if this person can go make a video, I can go make a video. You're going to give confidence to other people just by getting out there on camera. So the more that you do this, the more comfortable you're going to become with this. So again, if you're not using an editing software, you can learn how to go using editing software, whether you're on an Android device, whether you're on an iPhone or Mac or whatever, you can learn how to use editing software. But if you don't have that, if you haven't used it yet, have no fear, just get out there and go. Remember, before you press record, take a breath, relax, and most of all, have fun. Just go be you. Remember some of the nuggets, remember some of the bullet points, some of the phrases that you want to hit in your video. Remember the calls to action. Remember those little details, but you don't have to nail it. You don't have to get it perfect, but just get out there and go and practice. And the more that you go, the more that you press record, the more that you practice, the easier this is going to get. So as an example, just in this video that you're watching right here, again, just like some of the other videos, I don't have a pre-recorded script that I'm going over with you. I'm going over what I have learned over the years and what I know works, what I know resonates with other people. And that's why other people watch my videos and they resonate with me, because I keep it real. I just tell it like it is. I'm straightforward. I don't try to do perfect editing. I don't try to do perfect backgrounds. I don't try to make it look like I'm on the beach and I'm, doing all this cool, crazy stuff when I'm not. I'm just a real, authentic, straightforward person. And if you are too, people are going to resonate that. So with that, see, did I get that line perfect? No, I did not, but I just kept going. All right. So press record, go record your content. Make sure your lighting is good. Make sure your audio is good. If you're not using a mic, that's okay. If you are using a mic, great. You can work up to some of the technical things like lighting and microphones and backgrounds and other things. Just get out there, go, press record, be yourself, record your content. And then in the next lesson, we're going to talk about editing your content. And we're going to talk about taking that next step to chop up your video and edit your video and get it ready for upload. I'll see you on the next video.